Lil Baby breaks down in court after judge drops shocking bombshell in Lil Durk's case. Feds introduce new evidence to keep him locked up. In a jaw-dropping moment that shook the courtroom and sent shockwaves across the hip-hop world, Lil Baby broke down in uncontrollable tears during Lil Durk's latest court hearing after a judge made the shocking announcement to delay the trial once again, this time until May 8th, due to a bombshell move by federal authorities who claimed they had new evidence that needed further examination. What was supposed to be a final sentencing day turned into a devastating spiral of heartbreak, confusion, and chaos that left everyone, especially Baby, questioning whether Durk would ever be free again. What really happened in that courtroom? And why is this new evidence being described as a targeted move by the feds to trap Lil Durk permanently behind bars? Let's dive into the full story, unfiltered, emotional, and absolutely explosive. It was supposed to be a day of relief. April 30th. The courtroom in Fulton County was packed to the brim. Security was tight. Media vans lined the street. Fans stood outside holding posters, praying for Durk's release. Inside the courthouse, tension hung in the air so thick it could be sliced with a knife. Lil Baby, usually calm and composed, sat quietly in the front row with his head bowed, flanked by his legal team and close affiliates. His brother in bars, Lil Durk, was escorted in, wearing a press suit but looking emotionally drained. Everyone believed this was it, the final ruling, closure. But what happened next blindsided everyone. As Judge Ramsey took the bench and court came into session, murmurs turned to stunned silence when the judge calmly said, "Due to the presentation of newly submitted evidence by federal investigators, the court is ordering a postponement of the trial to May 8th. That one sentence detonated like a bomb. People in the gallery gasped. Durk's attorney looked blindsided, but it was Lil Baby's reaction that made headlines. Witnesses say Baby stood up suddenly, eyes wide with disbelief, his lips trembling as he repeatedly asked, "What evidence? What new evidence?" They doing this on purpose. He tried to keep it together, but as the judge elaborated, explaining that this new evidence allegedly involved footage, intercepted calls, and forensic data gathered from an anonymous informant, Baby broke down. Tears streamed down his face. He sat down hard, covering his face with his hands. It was raw, it was real, and it was heartbreaking. This was more than just friendship. This was brotherhood. For years, Baby and Durk have moved like family, sharing stages, hustling together, making history with tracks like Voice of the Heroes. Their bond wasn't fabricated for clout. It was solidified in the fire of shared struggle, survival, and success. So to see Lil Baby cry, in public, in court, on the record, it exposed just how deep this betrayal by the system cut. So what's this new evidence? Here's where things get dark. Sources close to the case say that federal agents submitted newly reconstructed footage from a 2020 incident involving a retaliatory shooting in downtown Atlanta. The footage, which had been previously dismissed as inconclusive, was reportedly reanalyzed using advanced imaging tech. But here's the kicker. Multiple legal experts say that tech is not even fully verified in criminal courts, meaning it's speculative, at best. But the feds didn't stop there. A confidential informant, rumored to be a former associate of Durk's who was arrested last year in a federal sweep, reportedly handed over voice recordings and chat logs that the feds claim connect Durk to communications about clearing up unfinished business days before a rival was found dead. These statements, taken wildly out of context according to Durk's legal team, were enough to trigger red flags at the Bureau. And in a last-minute power move, they filed to have the evidence reviewed before the sentencing. This, insiders say, was not part of the original deal. Durk's attorneys were preparing for a sentencing based on already evaluated material. The judge's abrupt shift to entertain new evidence? Unprecedented. And many in the courtroom believe this wasn't just legal caution. It was pressure from higher up. They don't want Durk out. One courtroom insider whispered, "He's too powerful, too influential. They see him as a threat, so they're going to drag this out as long as they can." Lil Baby, meanwhile, couldn't hide his emotions. After court recess, he reportedly stormed out of the building, surrounded by security, shouting, "This is what they do to us. They don't want us free." Cameras caught him wiping tears from his eyes as fans tried to get close, shouting messages of support. He didn't stop for interviews. He didn't smile for photos. He was devastated. Later that night, Baby posted a cryptic message on his IG story. "I can't believe what I saw today. They trying to kill us slowly, but we gon' fight back." It was quickly deleted, but screenshots circulated fast, with fans and fellow artists rushing to show love. Meek Mill, who's had his own battles with the legal system, tweeted, "Free Durk. This justice system dirty as hell." Others joined in. Quavo, 21 Savage, even Drake allegedly reached out privately to offer legal resources. But the most chilling part of this entire ordeal, Lil Durk didn't cry. He sat there motionless, silent, as if the weight of the injustice had numbed him to anything else. One observer said, "It was like he already knew, like he felt this coming. But seeing Baby cry, that shook him. You could see it in his eyes. And here's what you won't see on TV